To others, Singapore economy is the stuff of envy. Dear fellow Singaporeans, I would like to pose a question to you. Has our GDP been growing unsustainably to the detriment of ordinary Singaporeans like you and me? In Singapore early years, our founding fathers had repeatedly warned against having too many migrant workers. At the leadership handover to the second generation 30 years ago, there were around 300,000 foreign workers. My friend, this has jumped to over 1.42 million today, most of them low-wage workers. In economics, we learned that GDP growth is a sum of capital growth, growth in labor force, and productivity growth. Singapore's productivity has been low for most of the recent years, mostly short of the 2 to 3% target set by Mr. Taman in the past. With low productivity growth, Singapore has been expanding by throwing in more capital and labor. Grow the pie, they say, the rest will take care of itself. My friends, we already saw warnings way back. In the 1970s, our economic architect, the late Dr. Goh Keng Swee, warned that growing the economy by cheap migrant workers is bad and will cause growth to one day come to a grinding halt. In 2008, the late Mr. Lee Kuan Yew even said that he was not sold on the PAP's plan at that time to have a 6.5 million population. It would not work for Singapore as a society, he said. Yet in 2013, the PAP pushed for an even higher 6.9 million population cap by 2030. Successive generations of PAP leaders have adopted a grow at all costs mentality. For too long, we have kicked the can down the road from one generation of leaders to another to capture GDP growth in a quick but lazy way. Such methods will lead to unsustainable population growth, depressed wages for the bottom income earners, and vast social problems. We were promised the Swiss standard of living. We are not going the Swiss way. For many of us, we have gotten the Swiss cost of living, but not their standard of living. The Workers' Party had called for a dynamic population for a sustainable Singapore. We need innovation and courage, like Singapore did in the early years. We need the government to take the leadership to effect big changes to industries that persistently have huge dependency on low wage and unproductive workers. The time to tackle this escalating problem is now. Let those in power know that you care for a sustainable Singapore. Make your vote count. Vote the Workers' Party.